plans for today, I'm going to try to get my new wire put on the S10, try to get my battery box installed, try to at least get one of the disconnects installed, get the old battery and tie down taken out. So let's get at it. So just to recap why we're doing this, this is not a AGM battery. So because it's not an AGM battery, which in other words just means it has gel inside, it will leak in the event of a rollover. So you're required to have a box that will contain that acid spilling all over the place. So it needs to be covered. I got away with putting a cover on this one. However, it's a pain in the ass. So I went ahead and bought a new battery box. And I also bought disconnects, new battery cable, crimping tool for the battery cable ends. We're just going to pull this battery out. And we're going to go ahead and pull this, the bottom battery mount, pull off our ends, push our cable down through the bottom. So I picked up this little electric ratchet wrench. From Amazon. And I've only used it a few times, but it seems to work pretty good for being pretty cheap. One thing I wish it had was a battery indicator on it, because I don't really know how old batteries get, you know? That off, just like that. I think these are 7/16. Yep. So I gotta get a wrench. Okay, so I found my wrench finally. Plus having that box will hide this nasty stuff. I'm good at some stuff, but not real good at other things. Check that one out. I am going to reuse these cable ends though. There's nothing wrong with them. And then in this, I drilled holes in the truck bed for the cables. And then I bought a grommet kit. And then the grommet kit, I just cleaned it up a little bit with a grinder, and then stuck them in there so now you can put your wire through body panels without the risk of it cutting itself and arcing out, especially on the positive side. So up on the firewall, I got a little distribution block that I share. I was worried about how much power that thing could take, amperage wise. So I have this little distribution block, and then I have this main stud post terminal. So I have a wire from there to there, share all my electronics. And then I have my alternator wire from the alternator to this block. And then I have my starter wire from here to there. And then I have my battery wire from all the way in the back, all the way here. It all shares this block. I've never had any problems with that whatsoever. I've never had my battery go dead because it pulls too much on anything else. It's just worked. Yes, I know the starter wire is black. Not too concerned about it. I gotta get a knife, get that cut, and we'll pull this wire completely out. It's a heavy duty. I mean, it's very durable. But I got on Amazon, and I got a 2-gauge battery cable. Now this seems to be as durable. The coating's a little bit thinner. But when I was trying to, I've been trying to do through Amazon so I can post links to my videos and stuff, you know, being an Amazon affiliate and all that good stuff. If you look up battery cables at Amazon, you don't find this. You find the CCA cables for amplifiers, and it looks really shitty, honestly. I wanted something that was a little heavier duty. It was actually a battery cable. Looked like a battery cable. Didn't just look like it's thrown together. So this is what we're going to use, and then I bought some terminals. We'll go over that next. It's off Amazon, and all it does is pick this up like so. You put your terminal that you want in there. It automatically lines it up. This is for 8-gauge to 0-gauge wire. So all you're doing is you set this in there flat, right here. Put your wire in there, and then you hit this a few times till it's securely crimped. So my wire is going to be in there. I turn this camera. So I need to take off approximately that much. Probably all you fancy electricians out there laughing at me. That's okay. Because I am not an electrician. Also, when you buy cable, if you look at this cable, which you probably can't see it, but the wires are a lot bigger than being super stranded. So make sure our connector or a terminal goes on. Yes, it does. There's 2 ways to do this. You can heat these up, fill these with solder in the vise, and then you just heat your wire up a little bit, and then you push it into the solder, and you're connected. I don't want to mess around with all that. Got a little bit of heat shrink here. Comes in this kit I got from Amazon. Bought it for 2-gauge, 3/8 hole, because the holes that I need are 3/8 for the disconnects and the main poster. So just gonna take this, get that stuck in there. I'm gonna slide on my heat shrink here so we don't forget. Trying to do this best I can here. Get that in there. And then you don't want to just, you know, throw Hail Marys at it, but you just give it a few times. Go ahead, stick it back in there. Until you're confident. And how you're going to be confident is you're going to take and try to pull this off. So we have, I should have pushed on the wire a little bit, but it come out. There we go. And it has a plus sign, which I don't know why they have a plus sign on them. Because if you're doing a negative battery cable, you know, you wouldn't want positive on it. And go ahead, you run this down to cover it. You want to use a heat source, hair dryer, heat gun. I like to use my torch. Heat it up just enough here, like so. You don't want to hold it directly, it's going to burn. And there we go. We have one end of our cable ready to go. So let's start threading it into the truck. Alright, so I'm just going to pop a few holes. Three-eighths. Alright, so I didn't video it, but I just screwed it down with 4 bolts. Stuck my battery in here, and just trying to figure it out. I bought this whole down because I didn't like the way this battery sat in there, but it's going to be in the way. So they send you this little thing so you can run a smaller battery or a bigger battery in here, which is fine, but then your tops are off. Positives over here, but the actual thing is here, so I'm going to have to go on this wire and turn it. And there's a little thing that you can snap the cover on, but it, I guess it's just me. I'm going to get holes drilled so I can run the cables through here. Alright, so just like my other one, try to get this the best I can, but it's not going to be perfect. Not sure if that hole's going to be big enough. I think I gotta go one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go one size bigger. So anyway, gotta grab another. Third one from top. See it. Turn off the top. We'll go ahead and take this grommet. Push it in that hole. Got it. Do the same with this one in the back. Sometimes I think the guy that built this truck was stupid. Then I remember it was me. Like those. Oh. We're actually going to put the negative cable up first. Negative is going to be on the right side. So that, and then we're going to take our negative cable, stick that like this. We're just going to snug it for now because we're probably going to show it later. And then not exactly sure if that's correct. Because then our box would sit over this. I guess it would be all right. That'll be so our cable doesn't fall through. Our positive one we're still going to wait on because we're going to jump and get the disconnect installed so that we know how much cable we need before we go cut. So on this back of the truck, I got to install a disconnect somehow. Just lost my screwdriver. Okay, so we got this Fastronics battery disconnect we picked off Amazon. I don't remember what the rating was on this. Link will be in the description. You guys check it out. I do not run a license plate lamp because I don't run the truck at night. Legally, you're supposed to have it. I don't. So I found out if I take this all apart to do it. It's on, this is off. Take this, stick it up in your hole here, put your little tag on. Put your washer on there. and then lose your nut, I guess, because mine is gone. So picked up this Fastronics disconnect off Amazon. We're going to go ahead and stick it down here in the lamp for the license plate. Figure out which way is on and off with the back here. So we want to put her in about like that. Go ahead and put our little tag on there. Oops. Actually, we're going to put the washer in the back. Here. So I bought two of these. I bought one for the outside of the truck for anyone outside of the truck to use. And then I also have one inside the truck for myself to use. The biggest thing, we just want to make sure it stays lined up. Just turn it a little bit there. It's off by a little bit. It's not too big of a deal. Okay. And go ahead and put our handle back on. Truck needs a bath, man. It's dirty. Okay, boom. Maybe our battery disconnects. Now we just gotta get our cables ran. Alright, so we got right here's our disconnects. Got my cables run. We got one cable run down to these little factory holes. Got some clamps, isolation clamps I'm going to put here. That'll hold that out of the way, keep it off the fuel line. And then my other connection here will run down all the way down the frame. So here's what I had planned, but it's not really working out. Bought these grommets because I'm also going to isolate the fuel line. It just sits in the frame rail. So I bought some 1/2 inch grommets for this. When I looked up online, it says this was supposed to be 1/4 of an inch outside diameter. If you look right here, when this goes together, it's going to pinch and then it's going to have metal there. So there's a potential that that could arc through into the frame. So now I can't use these. I'm going to have to get a bigger size. But what I plan to do is I'm going to run my power cable next to my fuel line on the frame rail. So it may be frowned upon by some people. I'm not too worried about it. But the thing was, is I was supposed to take this cable, if this was the right one, and then take my fuel line, and then I was going to use the same bolt hole, and then so I'd have a nice track of fuel and power all the way from the back to the front. So I'm going to have to save that for another day, but just wanted to share that as I go along. Alright, so originally I was going to put it up there behind my shifter, but I didn't have enough clearance from the transfer case to the floorboard. So for now, put it between the seats at the back of the cab and put it sideways so I can just run my cable to, cable from. I'm not too worried if, which I got really stiffen this up somehow this year in case I do bust the U-joint or something. So if it hits that, I'm not too worried because it's going to trip the other disconnects. That's the plan anyway. But yeah, so I'm just going to run, when I get the right grommet or isolators, just run this down the frame, make the turn, bam, and then bam to the front. So we're at right now. So I'm gonna call it quits on this video. There'll be a part 2. I gotta get the right isolators before I can continue. I don't want to cut cable too long and then have extra laying around that's going to be in the way, and I don't want to cut it too short where I got to redo it. So I'm gonna get those coming. Said to be everything. Most of the stuff I installed today, there'll be links to on Amazon, so check them out. Hopefully next video we can get this finished. And then the next video I'm going to do gas line. And then that's about it. We got to finish up the battery, putting the rest of the sealed box together. We got to put the seatbelt harness thing on there to keep it together and stuff. So catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching this one.